My name is Willy-Roy Rogers, Sr. I grew up in Jackson, Mississippi, and I am a minister. And like to call myself a public theologian because I do work out in the community. I'm very active in the community. I'm assistant pastor at Calvary United Methodist Church in the West. The community was a very close-knit community, very close-knit. Everybody knew everybody. I mean, now Fair Street, Miss Jackson in Jackson was the main street. It was the Negro Street, if you will, or the Colored Street, if you will. Every business, every entertainment, basically, in the black community was right there on Fair Street, sort of the Harlem of Mississippi, if you will. In the theater, it was my job not only to clean up, but to help set up for the customers when they came in. And that's how I got to see the movies every day. We didn't go to many outside theaters like in Canton, Mississippi, or Hattiesburg, Mississippi, or outside of Jackson. There were a lot of movie theaters basically segregated. And it was interesting because Alamo Theatre was not segregated. The Alamo Theatre is that it was strictly for black people. Street itself, Fair Street, was the Harlem of Jackson, Mississippi. And it was the street that if you were anybody in any black community, that was the street you had businesses on, and that was the entertainment street for the black community. So, let me give you a blockbuster. High Noon. High Noon. I remember when High Noon came out with Gary Cooper. And man, that was, folk, they wanted to see that, And that was, and for Western, you got to remember the time era I was in, the Westerns was big. You went to the movies, man, you saw Lash LaRue, The Man in Black, that was Lash LaRue. As a kid, that's what we just got off on that. And then the monster, man. The monster in our day was Frankenstein. And Lon Chaney, the Wolfman. And when you got Frankenstein and the Wolfman and Bela Lugosi, the Dracula guy, that was the fright for our time. None of that mayhem or the Halloween and all that stuff, but those were the fright guys, the werewolf and Frankenstein and Dracula. About Imitation of Life.
The 1939?
1939. They showed, I got a chance to see the old one as well as the one with Lana Turner. I got a chance to see both of those. I was growing up, there were people in my community who talked about people who had done that, who actually had who had white fathers or white mothers, who were very light skinned, who tried to pass for white. So that film had a great impact on not only me but many in our community in terms of social issues. But we first began to really become aware of what was going on around